From MMA Island.
Christopher de Santiago with MMA Island. Today I'm talking to an undefeated prospect with UFC in his sights. We're talking to Mr. Primetime, Isaac Moreno, after his win over Melvin Guillard at Fury FC 106. Isaac, how's it going today, man?
It's going great. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's been a few weeks since your last win in New Orleans, man. I guess how would you say the week went, with all the fight cancellations, with all the drama, man?
I mean, it was a little hectic, right? We didn't know who we were gonna fight, and it was a guessing game, but I mean, someone stepped up to the plate, and that's all it was. I wasn't nervous. I was more like I just want to get it over with. I just want somebody to say yes. Growing up in karate. We never knew who we were gonna fight, and so we'd be at the tournament all day, and we could have been sitting next to each other all day, and then they call us, "Hey, you guys are gonna fight." So, I mean, I'm used to fighting whoever. I just wanted someone to say yes, and thank God, we got Melvin. So, shout
Mhm.
out to him.
Yeah, and that's a marquee name. Like he's been around in the UFC for a while. He fought Israel Adesanya, Justin Gaethje outside of the UFC. When you saw his name come up on the contract, I mean, did you kind of get goosebumps? So, like I know he was on a losing streak, but did you get goosebumps with the name value?
No, honestly, I was just like, man, it's cool that I get to step in the cage with this guy, and unfortunately, it has to be him. So I had to get the job done regardless. And like I said, shout out to Melvin Guillard because he stepped in on like 18, 19 hour notice. And when other guys had full camps, they had 2 weeks, they had a week. This guy stepped up in less than 20 hours.
Yeah, was Melvin someone that you grew up watching?
Not really, not really. I knew of him just because of his knockouts and well, being in the UFC, he was one of the OGs of the UFC. So um that's the only reason I knew of him. Um and that was it. But then when the contract got sent to me, I was like, let's do it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I guess going off of that, who did you grow up watching? Like, who did you look up to, like in the early years of you like getting into the sport?
Um, well, I grew up in karate, so I grew up watching all the karate movies and
Karate Kid,
watching,
part two, part
yeah,
three.
yeah,
Nice.
and then seeing like Little Ninjas and all the Chuck Norris movies, right? And Van Damme, and it was cool, right? Watching, and then when the what was it, the World Combat League, the Chuck Norris World Combat League came about. That was pure kickboxing, and that's when we saw Raymond Daniels. That's when we saw Wonder Boy
Mhm.
first come onto the scene, and so I that's where I really first started watching, and then once I got into MMA, that's when GSP caught my eye, and I was like, man, well, this guy comes from a karate background, so if he could do it, I could do it. And then seeing Lyoto Machida and Anderson Silva and all these guys, I was like, man, this is what I should be doing. They're finding success striking, and I feel like I can do the same thing. And so far, thank God, I've been able to do that.
Mhm. And the reason for your like 2 year layoff is because of injuries, right?
Injury. My father fell ill, and we just had to. I had to take care of family things. Like I had to take care of the family. So, um, yeah, it was more than just the injury,
Yeah.
but it helped me grow as a person and really helped me mature. I mean, as y'all could see, I didn't really lose any momentum. I came back in, did what I everyone knew me for, and that was it. if anything, I felt like I looked more composed. I looked more methodical in my ways of throwing, and I wasn't really losing energy. Hopefully, this next fight, I get to throw my hands a little bit more, and we get a little bit more of an exciting fight, right? Um, the most important thing was the finish. So as long as I got the finish, we're good.
Yeah, and like first fight in 2 years. I know ring rust is like a narrative in MMA. I guess did you feel that at all going into the fight? And once you entered the cage, did you feel like your old self again?
I don't believe in ring rust. If you're a martial artist, you should be able to go on a flip of a switch. So I really didn't care if I took 3, 4, 5 years off. I was still gonna come out the same way, or even better, because I haven't just been sitting on the couch. I've been training. I have been leveling up in all aspects of my fighting, and if anything, these last 2 years of layoff, right? I grew the aspects of my game that really needed attention, and now I feel comfortable everywhere. So now I'm even more of a menace than I was when I left.
Hmm. And were you supposed to be on The Ultimate Fighter the last season?
Yeah, yeah. Um, I got casted, and well, when I went out, I was out there for a week and a half, doing all the medicals and talking to the staff and doing interviews and stuff, and it came down to my experience. Everybody there was active, and they had 10 plus fights, and then there was a few guys that had six less than six fights, but they were active. They had gotten all those six fights within the last 12 months. And I was the only guy that wasn't active. Producers were like, man, you speak well, you look the part, and you perform well. The only thing that's setting you apart is your experience. He's like,
Hmm.
but the thing is that you got here. We don't know how you got here. You got recommended to us, and you're already on the UFC's radar. So that was like, hey, I wasn't even supposed to be here. So I still got called up, and it's God's timing. It's not mine. So
Yeah.
in due time, I'll be in the UFC, and that's it. Like I said, it's not my time. It's God's time, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure when they tell you like, you're a good speaker, you look the part, like that's got to give you some kind of confidence that hey, UFC sees me, but they're not ready to bring me in just yet, right?
Yeah, that's really what it was. I was like, and then seeing this season, I saw all these guys, and man, I would have taken them out. You guys would have seen the new Ultimate Fighter from South Texas. Um, but it is what it is. I'll still get there regardless, and it's in due time.
Hmm. Obviously, with reality TV, it's kind of hard to navigate because you could kind of choose to be what you want to be, or you could just kind of be yourself. So I guess if you were on the Ultimate Fighter house, I guess how would you play? Would you kind of just be like a little bit more humble, or would you talk trash to promote the fight and get some more eyes? I guess what kind of strategy would you take?
I mean, I'm really not much of a trash talker. But I'll just be myself. Like
Yeah.
people like, um, or people can see uh, originality. They can tell if you're being real or not, and they can tell when you're being fake. So I would just be myself, and people would fall in love with the person I am, and then they'd see me fight, and they would be like, "Damn, this guy's even more exciting." Like I liked him at the house, and then now I even like him more because he can actually fight, and all that's coming out in due time. I opened up a YouTube series, and I've been dropping episodes, and people really like the episodes, and it's just been an insight of what it's like getting to the UFC.
Awesome, man. Yeah, what's your YouTube channel, by the way?
It's just Isaac Primetime Moreno, and you'll be able to see all my episodes. I believe I have 7 episodes up right now, and yeah, we're right now. we left people on a cliffhanger of my fight week. So now we're gonna drop the act two. So
Awesome, man. And I guess like with Contender Series coming up, I guess have you and your manager talked about the possibility of a spot opening up? I don't know if there's any slots available, but I guess have you guys talked about that?
yeah, we've spoken about everything. We're on the radar. We're on the short list. We're just waiting for the opportunity, whether it be a short notice fight or contender series. We'll be ready for whatever. Um,
Mhm.
I took like 4 days off and then I got back into the gym. And it wasn't even 4 days off. I was still going to lift weights. I just wasn't practicing karate or jiu-jitsu. I came back, started teaching again, started lifting weights again. Um, there's no off time. We're ready for whenever we get that call.
Mhm. I'm curious what your life looks outside of the cage, like outside of training. What does Isaac Moreno like to do?
Um, well, I really don't have time for anything else other than training, right?
Hmm.
I do own a martial arts school, Primetime headquarters, and if I'm not there, I'm at home with my girlfriend and my puppy, and we're just sleeping or eating, right? So that's really what we do. And then down here, the weather's always nice, so the family gets together to cook out or we head to the beach. The beach is only 15, 20 minutes away. Everything's close by. And then, well, we do have great food, good tacos and a bunch of um, homemade food, right? So my tias are close by. I'll just head over and they'll be whipping up something. But yeah, that's all we do down here. It's just training and eating, spending time with family. Yeah, I live a very simple life. Um, Nothing too serious. I have a whole bunch of fighters under me. And so if I'm not fighting, one of the other guys is fighting. My little brother just he fought the week before me, so we went out to Houston for a kickboxing fight. I coached him. He got the win. And then we came back and we headed to New Orleans for my fight. So we're just back and forth, and I have a couple other dogs getting ready, and yeah, it's cool seeing the other guys, right? The guys coming up, working through what I already went through, and me being able to give back and break it down for them, like tell them how it is and what to expect, and then seeing them come out victorious on top of that and being like, "Hey, coach, you knew what was gonna happen, and we trusted the process." And um, it's awesome to see their process.
Yeah, so do you and your brother have the same goals of making it to UFC? And like, I guess how cool would that be for you guys to
Yeah,
be
that
in the
that would
UFC
be
together?
that would be great. I mean, that's the goal with all the guys at HQ. I want all the guys to hit the UFC, and we will. I want to be one of the first coaches that's world champ and also has world champs under me simultaneously. So um, yeah, that's one of my goals. I of course I want to be a world champ, but I also want to be a coach to world champs, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Awesome, man. And is your family from Mexico?
No, so we are my great my great grandparents are from Mexico, and then we're second, third generation down here. But yeah, we're all Mexican. We're all
Yeah, same here.
yeah, we're all close to the border, so it's very comfortable down here. We're surrounded by good people. We're surrounded by um our culture, and it's awesome, right? So we can go downtown and we'll get a little taste of Mexico, and we don't have to cross over, right?
Yeah.
We still get the good food. We still get everything down here, and that's the sweetest thing about living in the valley is this is like Little Mexico. So it's super cool being surrounded by your own culture.
Yeah, man. I guess one of my final questions is, what would it mean for you to fight at the next Noche UFC event in San Antonio, Texas, man? I mean, I feel like that's kind of perfect place, perfect time for your debut. But I guess what do you think of that? Maybe you getting the opportunity to fight on there.
That would be that would be amazing. Like I said, it's not my timing, it's God's timing. So
Yeah,
if he thinks I'm ready and he presents the opportunity and the call is to my phone, then we will be prepared for that. But it's all in God's timing. This is not mine. He has the final say. So whenever it's my time to fight in the UFC, it'll be my time. Until then, I'm chipping away and getting closer to it.
awesome, Isaac. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you, man. I just want to thank you again for the time. Is there anything that you want to say to the primetime fans watching, man?
I appreciate you guys following me. I appreciate you guys supporting. Shout out to all my family, all my friends, all my teammates. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you guys.